Morning. So, where are we headed? It's an interesting question. When I realized the theme for this month, I went, wow, how about that? Our evolution. So I wondered, where are we headed? So when you look around and you pay attention to the news, we're not headed in too good a direction. I mean, with mass shootings every day and climate problems, I mean, they're horrendous, all the different things that are going on. We've even got prime ministers and presidents leaving their job. It's kind of interesting, like people are just running away. Even the people who are in charge of things. Thank God Biden isn't doing that. So it makes, there's a lot of turmoil going on. And with Roe v. Wade overturned, it's distressing for a great majority of us. It should be for all of us as far as I'm concerned, but nevertheless, it's very distressing. So here we are in the middle of all of this. And I made the mistake of putting a news stream on my phone. So then I got hooked into reading it. Oh my God. Holy smoke. Well, the thing about it was I thought I could just read it. And then I noticed after a few days that I was really bummed. I was like depressed and feeling like the ship has sunk. We're on the Titanic moving chairs around. That's what we're doing. And it dawned on me, I can't keep this up. I already was not watching the news on TV, so I don't listen to any news at all. As a matter of fact, I get 2 emails every day, Optimist Daily and Good News Network, and they only bring good news. Good News Network is a little more personal, like more about individuals, and the Optimist Daily is about the big changes that are happening on the planet. And so I pay attention to those, because I got too impacted by listening to the news. I have a friend who listens, she works at home and she listens to MSNBC in the background all day. See, the thing about it is she's not bad for doing that or anything, but I realize that it impacts us whether we think it does or not. That negativity just makes a difference. It really does impact us. So there are so many good things going on. Like there's a whole new percentage of multi-generational living happening, which is kind of interesting because it's like returning to the tribal days. The singular family is an experiment that's really failed. So it does take a tribe for all of us to be happy, and here we are, this tribe here at the Home of Truth. And then there's all kinds of things that are, one particular group that's been working on taking plastic out of the ocean, in one day took 100 tons of plastic out of the ocean. And there are so many groups that are working on lakes and rivers and the ocean all the time. All kinds of different groups are doing that and cleaning things up. There are rivers that used to be polluted and fish didn't live in that they now do, even while all this climate change stuff is going on. There are all kinds of people are being so kind to each other. One couple bought a couch from somebody, took it home, were fluffing it up, kind of cleaning it up to put in their living room. They found $36,000 in the cushions. And they took the money back to the person they bought it from and got a reward. This kind of stuff that people are doing for each other is happening all the time. But you know how the news is. If it doesn't bleed, it doesn't lead. So we don't know about this great stuff. That's why I listen to that. So you see, we have a choice. Here's the other thing that I noticed. When I was listening to the streaming, I found myself kind of anxious to tell somebody, did you hear about this? I'm like, whoa, Rita, why would you spread that? It was very interesting. I'm just a regular human being and just paying attention to myself and discovered, wow, I'm going out there, I'm saying the wrong stuff. It's not wrong and it's not bad. It's just that I don't need to be spreading it. I don't need to be spreading that energy. See, we have a choice. We can pay attention to let's say one set of facts about climate change and Roe v. Wade and all of that. We can pay attention to that and continue it. We can use that energy within ourselves. And what happens is when it impacts us, we tend to make ourselves wrong. We blame ourselves for things. We blame others. We judge others. We get in this mode of how bad things are, and we become part of it. Unconsciously, we become part of it. Next thing you know, we're complaining, we're doubting, we're bad-mouthing, we're doing all kinds of stuff, gossiping. Whereas when we start paying attention to the wondrous things that are happening, how good people really are, all the great things that are happening, how we're rising to the occasion, the one big thing that's happened that I just love is that the UN made a declaration to start encouraging countries to put the planet first and profit next. Oh my God, thank goodness somebody. And now, they're not nobody. They're really a big somebody on this planet. Profit after planet. Love that. I love that. So I'd rather talk about that. And when I do, I feel better. I find myself uplifted. So do people around me. A lot of people don't know the good stuff that's going on. So I'm sharing that stuff and seeing what's happening. And what's happening is they're impacted in an uplifted way, and so am I. So we have this choice at every moment what we can do. See, we have an opportunity in front of us. And I'm going to say you specifically. You on Zoom and you sitting in this room, you specifically and pointedly have the opportunity. Why do I say that? Because you're here. Because I'm speaking to you. You notice other people didn't show up. You all showed up. I showed up. The people on Zoom showed up. We're the ones. We are the ones. And we have the opportunity to cause our evolution. Now, when I say that, I don't mean, okay, everybody should now be an activist. Everybody should run for office. We should all become millionaires and billionaires and contribute all our money. I'm not saying that. There are people who have platforms that we don't have. The presidents of countries have platforms, celebrities, online influencers. I mean, unless one of you is an influencer that I don't know about, I'm certainly not. The people I can influence are the people that are important to me. These are the people that I have the opportunity to speak here and to bring spirit alive in us is a gift. That's part of my platform. You have a platform. I have a platform with my family, with my friends, with the strangers that I come in contact with. I can impact them and do all the time. I can consciously impact them and forward our evolution. Now, what part of evolution am I talking about? I'm not talking about circumstances. I'm talking about the evolution of spirit on the planet. This energy that we call spirit, that is everywhere at all moments, is available and connected and living us, breathing us at every second. Now then, when we get into judgment, blaming, make wrong, it's like we're a hose and we got all this water flowing through us, right? And when we get into that, we crimp the hose. It's not that spirit ever disappears, no. Spirit is always there, always guiding us, but we thwart it by that negativity. So the job is to stay aware as possible and bring forth love, compassion, forgiveness, creativity, gratitude, inspiration, all the elements of spirit. And to do it even when it's hardest. Now that is part of the trick of bringing forth or causing our evolution of spirit. Because it's hard sometimes. People do things and things happen, and it's a challenge to not have it just be what happened and have it be okay. We can take suffering away from ourselves by not making ourselves wrong, by forgiving ourselves. Same with other people. Sometimes people do things that are just like, how could they do that? It's unforgivable. Those are the ones to forgive. Those are the ones to bring into your heart and forgive them. It's a joke, though, because there's really no one to forgive. There's only the work with yourself to open up to your heart and let life occur in your heart and let your mind rest. So that's the job. Now, it's not easy. It takes work, but there are things that we can do, and we all are doing it right now. We've come together in this moment to revel in, to experience, to allow, to express spirit. So the energy that's present here in the room, that energy of, let's call it softness, okayness, absence of suffering, love, beauty, is spirit. This is spirit alive here right now in this room, in this very room. And that energy is what there is to take forward. Take suffering away from people by letting whatever they do be okay. You know, some people say, oh, you need to be doing your best. In my view, everybody is always and only doing their best. Always. It's afterwards that you go, I could have done that. Well, if you saw that in the moment, you would have done it. You just didn't see it in the moment. You didn't realize that, so you didn't. So what you gave in that moment is your best. When someone says they didn't give their best, that's just a judgment on what that person did. And sometimes, like getting drunk and falling down is the best in the moment. It's just, it doesn't look like it, it doesn't seem like it, but it's just the best someone can do in that moment. And the more we make people's actions okay, the less suffering goes on for them, the less suffering goes on for us, and the more peace and love is available in the world. Now, why does that matter? When it's available, we have not thwarted the energy of spirit. So spirit is more alive. And the more alive it is in the energy of the planet, the more thoughts, words, and actions change on their own. I know you've seen this in yourself. The more you invite, you take the crimp out of the hose, the more you think differently, the more you talk differently, and the different actions you take, I certainly have surprised myself at some of the things that I've done just quite naturally. And when I can think, like 2 weeks ago I wasn't doing that, I'm like, whoa. I opened my heart to spirit. I took more of the crimp out of my own hose. Oh, yay. It just comes naturally. So that's the evolution that we're in charge of, is bringing spirit to the planet. And we support each other by coming here, or you can meditate, or you can take a walk in nature. Boy, you really want to get present? Sit at the ocean. We're very blessed to have it right here. Take a walk and do a forest path, as they say. Go walking in nature. Go to Muir Woods and walk through the redwoods. You walk out a totally different person. It's heaven. Play with a dog. I'm blessed with some great grandkids, like this little one that's 5 months old. I mean, you couldn't get closer to God in a physical form than a baby. Oh, my word, this precious thing just lights up my heart. They all have as they've grown, but this is the one that I have right now. And her brother is 2. Oh, my goodness. So present, so fun, so joyous. God on 2 feet and expressed in every second. Their hose is not crimped. I'm telling you, it is just like wild and joyous and brings that to me. So that's all we got to do with others. Pretend you're a baby. Go out there and do some random kindness and go love somebody up or forgive somebody that you think you can't. Bring that spirit to life. And again, you can meditate to help you do that. Be with a baby. Whatever you do, dance, whatever you do that brings you closer to spirit. Sometimes it's just sitting still. Sometimes it's taking a walk. Whatever it is we need to do that for ourselves. And that allows us then to have our hose, so to speak, open for everyone else. That's the only evolution that we need to be concerned about, is having spirit present on the planet. The circumstances will take care of themselves. And I know we get hooked into the circumstances, wanting a better this or a better that, or this changed or that changed. And you know, we're going through the dark night of the soul here as a planet. And we shall get through this. And we can cause our own evolution. So how about we do it? So when I look and see you somewhere other than here, I know that's what you're doing. Because you can count on me to do it, I'll count on you to do it. So let's, And let's start with a prayer. Mother, Father, God, thank you for this glorious opportunity. Thank you for the awareness that who I am, who we are, is an expression of you. Brilliant, unique, stunning, wonderful. That's each of us. We are the most glorious expression in our own unique way, and we are so grateful for this. We are blessed and grateful. In addition, we are grateful for knowing that we have this opportunity to spread this light, this energy, this love to anyone and everyone on this planet at every moment, including ourselves. We love knowing this. We are here living on behalf of the gift that you are. And we are pleased and proud and blessed to be doing so. Amen. Blessed be, and so it is.